welcome back to my channel, Happy Artist. I don't know about you, but I don't have a massive budget where I can just go and buy 50 canvases at a time. So this is my video on how I reuse my canvases. The first step, if you have used silicone in your previous pour, you first need to get this cleaned off the canvas completely. No primer or anything else is going to be able to cover that silicone. And if you don't get that off, it's going to affect your next pour, becoming very, very frustrating, right? So I have two canvases that I'm going to show you how I clean off and repurpose them. Before you touch any canvases, make sure that you've let them dry for at least 2 to 3 weeks. This one on the left hand side over here, you can see that I have done a masking tape section through the middle. Reason for this is I'm going to show you 3 different ways that this has or hasn't been cleaned. The top I'm going to clean with my water and soap mixture. The middle that has been masked out, I'm not going to clean at all. The bottom, I'm going to use baby powder to soak up all of the oils before I paint over it, and we'll see which one comes out the best. The one on the right hand side, I'm going to thoroughly clean off and then reuse. In my soap water mixture, you need to be quite generous with the Sunlight liquid or normal dish soap, absolutely nothing wrong with that. Some warm water and a dash of rubbing alcohol or surgical spirits. The alcohol is what's going to help get rid of the silicone. On your first wipe, when you are cleaning off the canvas, wipe very lightly and have a look at the paper towel. If there's any pigment coming off, the paint is not dry, or the alcohol that you've used in your mixture is quite strong and it's actually taking the pigment along with it, so be quite careful. I specifically did not use a cloth because if you use the same cloth over and over again on the surface that you're trying to clean, you're just going to move all of the silicone over the surface. Rather use a paper towel so that you can wipe and then discard that one and wipe again with a completely new one. This way, making sure that you're getting rid of more and more silicone with every time that you wipe. You then need to obviously get all of that soap off your canvas. So you're going to use a warm bowl of just clean water and more paper towels to wipe all the soap off. So as you'll see now, the top section I have done my cleaning, the middle section I have not touched, and the bottom section of this canvas I have got my baby powder on. I'm going to let this dry overnight. I then use this primer. It's a universal primer. You can pretty much use any brand as long as it's a universal primer. This not only seals the canvas, but also gives you a clean, fresh start for your next painting. I'm going to tap off all of the baby powder and clean that off quite thoroughly, and then take all the masking tape off the middle. So as you can see, the top section that I cleaned off hasn't been cleaned off 100%. You'll see that the silicone is already developing through the first layer of primer. The middle section where I didn't clean at all is doing exactly the same thing, slightly more vigorously. The bottom section where I used the baby powder and I have not cleaned off otherwise worked perfectly. The reason that the right-hand canvas has reacted differently to my cleaning is I had a lot less silicone on this painting. So should I have been slightly more vigorous with my washing on the left-hand canvas, I probably would not have any problems with the top section. Paint one thin layer of primer and let that dry. It could take a few hours. Read the back of the paint tin. Once it is dry, paint a second layer. And make sure that you've covered everything. All corners, the sides, and your top needs to be 100%. If there are any spots left where there's silicone coming through, you need to make sure that you clean that off again and then paint over it with your primer. Otherwise, that is going to come through on your next acrylic board. I hope that helped, and that has also given you the platform to realize those paintings that don't go so well or was just an experiment and you're wanting to retry it. Just take this easy technique, wait for it to dry, and you can start again. Thank you so much for watching and all the support. I hope you have a magical day. Ciao for now. Is a bowl of warm water. Now, this way. See? If there are any bots,